You ever notice how a guy can be so into you at first? Texting constantly, making plans, saying all the right things, and then suddenly he pulls back. Cold, distant, almost like someone flipped a switch. You're left wondering, did I say something wrong? Did I come on too strong? Was I not enough? Here's the truth that nobody tells you. It's not what you did that pushed him away. It's what you didn't know how to do. And I'm not talking about playing games or pretending to be someone you're not. I'm talking about something deep, something that speaks directly to the part of his brain that controls emotional attachment. The part that makes him crave you even when you're not around. Most women are giving men what they think men want, when what actually creates real lasting obsession is the opposite of what you've been taught. Today I'm going to reveal something that not even most dating coaches talk about, because they either don't know it or they're too afraid to admit it. Breaks every rule out there. This is a psychological shift. It's subtle, but once you understand it, you become the woman he thinks about every day, even when he's surrounded by other options. So if you're tired of being the almost the what if or the one he used to like, stick around, because what you're about to learn isn't just advice. It's the key to becoming unforgettable. Let's dive in. Most people think attraction is about looks, charm, or confidence. But what if I told you that none of those things are the true reason someone becomes deeply attracted to you? Attraction isn't just about what's seen, it's about what's felt. And here's the unexpected truth. What really makes someone addicted to you is not how perfect you are. It's how you make them feel about themselves when they're around you. That's the part no one talks about. It's not your smile or your outfit or how witty your texts are. It's whether or not you reflect something back to him that he craves. Maybe even more than love. What he really wants is a feeling of being seen, of being respected, of being chosen. Not by someone who's desperate to have him, but by someone who's desirable enough to have anyone and yet chooses him. Most women fall into a trap early on. They think the way to keep a man's interest is by showing how available, supportive, and loyal they are. And while those are beautiful traits, they don't spark obsession. They spark comfort. And comfort doesn't make someone chase you. It makes them relax. It makes them feel safe. But it doesn't ignite that intense fire that makes them need to be around you. The unexpected truth is, men don't fall for the woman who gives them the most. They fall for the woman who gives them a unique emotional experience they can't find anywhere else. So how do you create that emotional experience? It starts with having standards, boundaries, not just any boundaries, but ones you actually live by. Because when you embody that, it tells him this woman knows her worth. And here's the plot twist. That's what makes a man's attraction go from surface level to soul deep. When he realizes that he can't just slide into your life and take without giving, when he feels that to keep you, he has to show up as his best self. That's when the game changes. It's not about being cold or playing hard to get. It's about being real enough, confident enough, and secure enough to know that your value doesn't come from his attention. It comes from within you. And when you live that truth, he feels it. He doesn't just want to win you. He wants to deserve you. That shift from pick me to prove you're worthy of me, that's what lights up the part of his mind that keeps replaying your name at 2 a.m. That's what makes him think she's different. Yeah, I can't lose her. So forget the old rules. Stop thinking attraction is about how much you can give. Start thinking about how much you reflect back to him, about himself, about you, and about what kind of woman he'd be a fool to lose. And that's where real lasting attraction begins. Most people think attraction is built through effort, trying harder, doing more, saying all the right things. But the truth is, real lasting attraction is sparked through something far more subtle, something I call the emotional hook. The emotional hook is the invisible thread that pulls someone toward you, not just once, but over and over. It's what makes someone think about you in the middle of the day without knowing why. It's what keeps you stuck in their mind when they're surrounded by distractions. And here's the twist. It doesn't come from being perfect. It comes from being unpredictably real. See, most relationships fizzle out because the emotional dynamic becomes flat, predictable, safe. And while safety is great for long-term stability, it doesn't ignite passion. Passion is born from contrast, from curiosity, from the feeling that someone sees you, but you haven't quite figured them out yet. That's what the emotional hook does. It creates contrast in your energy. You're warm, but you're not needy. You're open, but you have boundaries. You're kind, but you challenge him. And that mix, it's magnetic. Imagine you get a message that says, "You looked amazing last night." A typical response might be, "Thank you. Oh, you're sweet." But if you want to create an emotional hook, you flip the script just a little. "Careful, keep talking like that, and I might think you're trouble." Suddenly, it's not just a compliment exchange. It's a moment, a spark. You've added a little tension, a little play, and that creates depth. He's no longer just complimenting you. Now he's engaged. The hook isn't just about flirting, though. It shows up in deeper ways, too, like when you express something vulnerable in a confident way. Instead of saying, "I get anxious when people pull away," you say, "In the past, I stayed too long in situations where someone wasn't consistent. Now, I really value steady energy over big promises." What you've just done is let someone in without needing them to fix or validate you. That's powerful because you've shown strength in vulnerability. And that makes someone lean in emotionally, not just physically. The emotional hook is all about creating moments that feel real, not scripted, not overthought, but emotionally intelligent. It's about making someone feel something they don't get from everyone else. A little mystery, a little challenge, a little, "I see you, but I'm not trying to keep you." And when you operate like that, it changes the energy completely. You're no longer chasing or trying to win someone over. You're inviting them into a space where they naturally want to stay. Not because you begged, not because you convinced, but because they feel alive when they're around you. That's the energy that gets remembered. That's the energy that gets missed. Because the truth is, people don't fall in love with perfection. They fall in love with experience, with the way you make them feel, and how being around you reflects something powerful back to them. When you become a source of that kind of energy, they don't just want to be near you. They feel like they need to be. That's the emotional hook. And once it's in place, it's almost impossible to forget you. There's a moment in every dating dynamic where one person silently asks themselves, "Is this someone I'm considering? Or someone I can't stop thinking about?" The difference between being an option and becoming an obsession has nothing to do with looks, stats, or even how much someone likes you on the surface. It's about how you position yourself and how you train them without even realizing it to see your value. Being an option means you're one of many. You're someone they enjoy talking to, maybe hanging out with, but you're not irreplaceable. And that usually happens because you've been too available, too understanding, or too eager to please. When you're too easy to access, they stop wondering about you. When there's no mystery, no challenge, no depth, they don't feel that emotional tension that drives obsession. Obsession thrives in the space between what they know and what they want to know. So how do you shift out of the option box and become unforgettable? It starts with energy. When you walk into any interaction with the energy of "I'm already full, I'm not looking to be completed, I'm looking to be matched," everything changes. You're no longer giving off the vibe that you need their attention to feel validated. And that self-assuredness is intoxicating. Most people fall into the trap of overgiving, responding instantly to messages, saying yes to every plan, letting things slide to avoid conflict. But obsession doesn't grow in comfort. It grows in curiosity. Create moments that leave them wondering what you're thinking. Not by being distant or cold, but by not oversharing everything right away. When they ask how your weekend was, don't list every detail. Instead, say something like, "It was exactly what I needed. Surprisingly fun. I'll tell you about it sometime." You've created a gap, and that gap invites the mind to lean in. When you're an option, you adapt to them. You make room for them, even when they haven't earned that space. When you're an obsession, they adjust to you because your time, your energy, and your attention are clearly valuable, and they can feel it. This also means holding standards, even when it's uncomfortable. If someone texts at 11 p.m. to hang out, and you know you deserve more, don't entertain it just because you like the attention. When you say, "I'd love to see you, but I prefer planning ahead," it shows effort. You send a message that echoes louder than any flirtation. "I know my worth." That's the moment obsession begins. Because obsession isn't just about desire. It's about admiration. They don't just want you. They respect you. And people crave what they respect. So much of becoming an obsession is about how you carry yourself when no one's watching. It's in the way you speak about yourself, the way you move, the way you protect your peace. You're not trying to prove your value. You're assuming it. And when someone feels that, they lean in deeper, they try harder, they begin to wonder, does she like me as much as I like her? That's the shift. When you become the one who isn't chasing, but is still magnetic. The one who gives, but only to those who give back. The one who flirts, but doesn't beg for attention. That's when they stop thinking about options and start realizing you're the one they can't stop thinking about. Not because you begged for it, but because you made them earn it. There are certain moments in a connection where the right words don't just land. They linger. They echo. They plant a seed of desire that keeps growing long after the conversation ends. And the most powerful part, these words don't need to be dramatic, poetic, or complicated. They just need spark, one thing, emotional imagination. Desire isn't purely physical. It's deeply psychological. And often, it's not what you say that ignites someone's interest, but how what you say makes them feel about what could happen next. The secret phrase that sparks this kind of desire doesn't look flashy. It sounds simple, but it hits deep. That phrase is, I don't let just anyone experience that side of me. Why is it so powerful? Because it carries a subtle weight. It says I'm selective. I don't give my full self away easily. If you get close to me, it means something. That one sentence flips the script from I hope you like me to you have to earn the best parts of me. And that shit, it creates instant tension. The good kind. It's the kind of tension that builds attraction without forcing it. You're not chasing. You're not proving. You're inviting someone to see you more deeply, but only if they rise to the level that deserves it. When you say, I don't let just anyone experience that side of me, whether you're talking about your vulnerability, your affection, your humor, your sensuality, whatever it may be, you've created a moment, one that makes them wonder, what side is she talking about? Why haven't I seen it? What would it take for her to show me more? That's where desire lives, in the space between curiosity and connection. It's not about withholding love or affection as some manipulative strategy. It's about reinforcing your value. You're saying without arrogance that access to you is earned, that your energy is intentional, that you don't just show your softness, your fire, or your loyalty to anyone who comes along and gives you attention. You create desire when you make someone realize they're not entitled to you. And when someone feels like they have to work for a deeper level of you, that's when they become invested. Emotionally, mentally, even spiritually. It's also important how you say it. This phrase lands best when delivered casually, but with quiet confidence. You're not boasting. You're not making it a performance. You're simply speaking your truth in a way that suggests, I know what I bring to the table, and I don't bring it out for just anyone. You could say it after sharing something a little vulnerable. I don't talk about that with most people. I don't let just anyone experience that side of me. Or maybe when someone compliments you deeply. I appreciate that. I don't let just anyone see that part of me. It takes a special kind of connection. It plants the seed that they're seeing something rare. And the moment someone believes they've unlocked something rare in you, desire goes from casual to consuming. Because what people crave the most is what feels exclusive, what feels like it wasn't handed out to everyone. You become a treasure, not a transaction. A one-of-a-kind experience, not a copy-paste romance. And once that switch flips in their mind, they stop comparing you to others. Because now it's personal. Now they want to be the one who gets all of you. Not just the part you show the world, but the part you only reveal to someone who proves they're worth it. That's not just attraction. That's desire unlocked. There's one mistake, subtle, sneaky, and shockingly common that so many women make in the early stages of dating. And the worst part? It feels like the right thing to do. It feels loving, supportive, even selfless, but it's actually the fastest way to lose someone's respect and their interest. That mistake is over-investing before anything real has been earned. You meet someone. The connection feels electric. He's charming, attentive, maybe even says all the right things. And suddenly, without even realizing it, you start shifting your energy. You clear your schedule. You prioritize him. You reply instantly. You let small red flags slide. You lean in too fast. Why? Because it feels good. And you're taught that being a good partner means being available, being giving, being nurturing. But here's the truth no one tells you. When you give too much, too soon, you teach him to value you less. It's not because he's cruel or manipulative. It's human nature. People are wired to chase what they value and to value what they've earned. If someone doesn't have to work to win your time, attention, or intimacy, they won't truly appreciate it. Not because you're not worthy, but because the emotional investment wasn't mutual. This is where so many women fall into the trap. You start showing up like a girlfriend, hoping he'll start showing up like a boyfriend. But what actually happens? He relaxes, the tension disappears, the mystery fades, and the emotional chemistry fizzles out because there's no balance. He didn't get a chance to step up, to pursue, to wonder, to earn your affection in a way that makes him feel proud to have you. Here's what's powerful. Desire isn't built on effort alone. It's built on reciprocity. You match energy, not overextend it. You stay open, but not available 24/7. You share parts of yourself, but keep your full self for someone who proves they're consistent. When you avoid this mistake, when you hold your pace, even when your heart wants to sprint, you send an unspoken message that shifts the dynamic entirely. I am not here to be picked. I'm here to see if you're even qualified to stand beside me. That kind of energy, it's magnetic. It makes him lean in. It makes him wonder if he's doing enough. And when a man starts asking himself that question, when he's evaluating his own behavior instead of taking yours for granted, that's when real attraction builds. It's not about playing games or being cold. It's about self-respect in motion. You show him through your actions that you don't abandon your life, your goals, your standards, or your schedule just because someone shows up and shows interest in. And honestly, that's what makes you unforgettable. Because here's the irony. When you slow down, when you make someone earn their place, when you don't rush to prove your worth, you actually stand out more. You become the woman who knows her value. And that's rare. You don't need to chase love. You are the prize. But being the prize only works when you act like it. So don't make the mistake of over-investing in someone who hasn't earned that version of you yet. Let them work for your attention. Let them show up. Let them wonder. And the ones who are truly worth it, they'll love every second of the chase. Not because it's a game, but because you're worth pursuing. There's a kind of woman who walks into a room and immediately shifts the energy. She's not the loudest. She's not trying to impress anyone. And yet, heads turn. People lean in. She's magnetic. Not because she's trying to be, but because she knows who she is. That's the essence of being irresistible without trying. It's not about effort. It's about energy. So many people confuse attractiveness with performance. They think being desirable means dressing a certain way, saying all the right things, or playing hard to get. But true irresistibility comes from something much deeper. A quiet confidence that says, I don't need to be chosen. I already chose myself. It's in your body language. The way you walk, without rushing. The way you take up space, like you belong there, because you do. It's in the way you speak slowly and intentionally. Not to dominate, but because your words matter. You're not auditioning. You're not hoping someone finds you worthy. You already know you are. And that kind of presence, it's rare. And rare is irresistible. You don't need to overcompensate. In fact, trying too hard can kill the vibe. True attraction lives in ease, in softness paired with strength, in warmth that's unbothered. It's in how you respond, not react, how you stay rooted in who you are, even if someone tries to impress you. Most people chase attention, but the woman who commands it without even seeking it, she's on another level. And here's the secret. She's not obsessed with being liked. She's obsessed with being real. Authenticity is her superpower. She doesn't shrink to make others comfortable, and she doesn't perform to gain approval. She exists fully, boldly, unapologetically. Irresistibility isn't about perfection. It's about presence. It's about being so deeply comfortable in your own skin that people feel more at ease just by being around you. You give them permission to relax, to laugh, to let their guard down, because you've already done that for yourself. That kind of woman doesn't try to convince. She doesn't chase. She doesn't beg to be seen. She shows up fully and completely, and that's enough. She knows her worth isn't tied to who texts back, who compliments her, or who gives her attention. She's the kind of woman who listens without rushing to reply, who pauses before answering, who holds eye contact not to intimidate, but to connect. And when she speaks, there's intention behind every word. She doesn't just talk, she communicates, being grounded in your truth, being playful when it feels right, being soft, but never small, being magnetic, because your energy is real, not rehearsed. That's how you make someone feel, something they haven't felt before, not by trying to be everything, but by being fully, unapologetically you. Being irresistible without trying also means protecting your peace. You don't let just anyone into your world. You're kind, but not a pushover. You're open, but not desperate. You have boundaries, and you don't apologize for them. That creates a level of respect that no amount of flirting or external beauty ever could. And here's the beautiful paradox. The less you try to be irresistible, the more you become it. Because it's not about proving, it's about being. And when you show up like that, when your energy says, I'm not here to impress, I'm here to connect, you become unforgettable. Not just attractive, irresistible. Let's bring everything we've talked about to life with a real-world scenario that shows exactly how these concepts play out and how you can apply them effortlessly. Imagine this. A woman named Elena meets a guy at a mutual friend's dinner party. The chemistry is instant. He's attentive, charming, and clearly interested. They talk for hours, share laughs, and by the end of the night, he's asking for her number. So far, it's the perfect start. Now, here's where most people slip into that one mistake, over-investing way too soon. But Elena doesn't. Instead of waiting by the phone or replying to his first text within seconds, she pauses. Not to play a game, but because her life is full. She responds with warmth, not urgency. When he asks to hang out the next day, she replies with a smiley face and says, I've got plans, but I'd love to see you later this week if you're still interested. During the date, Elena is fully present. No overthinking. No trying to perform. She laughs, listens, shares stories, and when he compliments her, she doesn't deflect or downplay it. She says, thank you. I love that you noticed that. Confident, gracious, irresistible. And here's where it gets even better. At one point, he asks about something vulnerable. Her past relationship. Maybe. She smiles and says, I don't let just anyone experience that side of me. Not cold, not distant, just firm, soft strength. Immediately his energy shifts. He realizes he's dealing with someone different, someone who moves with intention, someone who feels rare. He leans in more. He texts after the date. He doesn't wait 3 days to play it cool. He's already hooked because she never once tried to hook him. And that's the point. The most magnetic thing you can do is not chase, perform, or over-explain. It's to stand in your power so confidently that people feel lucky just to be let into your world. That's what Elena did. And here are a few quick pro tips to help you do the same. Mirror energy, don't overextend. If someone texts with effort, match it. If they're inconsistent, pull back. You're not here to fix their energy. You're here to reflect what you deserve. Use silence strategically. Not every message needs a rapid-fire response. Let moments breathe. Let curiosity build. Tension is the root of attraction. Speak like your words have weight. Whether it's a compliment, a boundary, or a flirtation, own it. Say it slowly. Say it confidently. And let it land. Don't perform. Connect. Drop the pressure to be perfect. The most irresistible people are the most present. They listen, they feel, they respond with truth, not strategy. Know when to walk away. If someone doesn't match your energy, don't stick around hoping they'll wake up. Your value isn't proven by how long you wait. It's revealed by how quickly